Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sean Dalton. I am a travel and lifestyle photographer. And today I'm going to be talking about how you guys can start earning money with photography as soon as this weekend. And I promise if you guys follow the steps I lay out in this video, you're going to be counting that dough by the hundreds by the end of the weekend. And you're also going to be building a business that's going to last you and it's going to continue to grow for coming weeks, coming months, coming years, essentially however long you want to be a professional photographer. This is the best way to start off strong and then grow a business. Before we jump into the content, guys, if you haven't checked it out already, I'm giving away a free orange and teal presets pack on my website for desktop and mobile, so you guys can use that wherever you want. I also have super clean installation guides, so you guys can follow those, install those, enjoy those, whatever those are for you to enjoy, and I really hope you do so. There's a link in the description to download those. But okay, so now it's time to start making money with photography. And as long as you guys have a camera, even if it's a starter camera, you're gonna be able to start making money with photography super quickly. It's actually not that difficult if you just follow a few basic steps that I'm gonna lay out in this video. And the first thing that you're gonna wanna do is essentially identify a market that you wanna shoot for. That could be portraits, that could be couples, pre-wedding photography, that could be wedding photography, that could be restaurants, cafes, laundromats, I don't know, literally anything. A lot of businesses, a lot of people out there need photos for something. And the first step is just to basically find what you want to shoot and then start focusing on that. Now, when it comes to choosing one of these to shoot for, honestly, portraits are going to be the easiest way to start making money, especially if you want to start making money this weekend. You can start earning money with portraits very, very quickly. And that's because normal everyday people need portraits. Maybe that's somebody that needs new headshots for their LinkedIn profile, or somebody that needs graduation photos, or maybe it's a couple that just got engaged and they want to take some photos out near the lake by your house, whatever that might be. A lot of people are in need of portraits, and that is where you come in. It does really help if you do niche that down. So if you do like only graduation photos, or you only do professional headshots, that's really going to help you kind of stand out in the beginning because you can really target in on specific people that need that service. Now, whatever you choose to shoot, whether it's portraits or couples or food or whatever you're choosing to shoot, you need to have some photos that show that you can actually shoot that thing effectively. And that leads me on to point number 2, which is to develop a portfolio. Now, eventually, as a professional photographer, you're going to want to have a website that has your portfolio, your pricing page on it, a contact form, testimonials. You're gonna want all that eventually. And if you have the time to do that now, that's great. But it might take you a little bit of time and you might not be there yet, and that's totally okay. As long as you have like 5 to 10 photos, which shows people that you can shoot this thing effectively, you're gonna get customers, especially if those photos are halfway decent. And you can do this by sharing an Instagram if you have a photography Instagram account. You can even just have the photos like on a Facebook page. Or what I like to recommend to my students is to put 5 to 10 photos in a PDF. You just put them in a PDF document and then you can share that document on Facebook, you can share that document in emails, and that is a really good way for people to see your work. If you don't have a portfolio yet, that's totally fine. Eventually you're gonna develop one, but for now, because a portfolio is pretty important for getting paid clients, well, you just gotta do a couple shoots for free. I'm a big advocate of working for free in the beginning because it's a great way to develop relationships with people that are gonna like you and talk about you. It's a great way to get really good photos for your portfolio. And it's a good way to just kind of learn how a professional shoot will actually work. So I definitely recommend reaching out to friends and family and offering these free shoots. And in return, just say, hey, share the photos on Facebook and share my name, get my name out there. That's a really good way to start out your photography business. But okay, after you've developed your portfolio, it's time to move on to the meat. This is where you're really gonna get clients. And step number 3 is to basically create an offer, a special one-time offer, and market that offer to people that you know. For example, say you're gonna do a special professional portrait headshot session from 8 to 5 p.m. on Saturday of this weekend. You can create a post on Facebook saying, hey guys, what's up? My name is Sean Dalton. I am a professional headshot photographer. And this weekend from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., we're doing a special one-time offer. You guys can pay $50 and you get 3 professional headshots that you can use on your LinkedIn profile, on your Facebook page, wherever you're gonna be using that professional headshot just for an online presence. You guys pay $50, you get 3 photos within a 30-minute session. Book your session here. And they can just send you a direct message and book a session within that time slot. If you only get 10 customers within that one-day period, $50 each, that's $500 made in a single day. And you can do that kind of week after week, and especially once you start growing your professional portfolio, and then you can start charging more money and you'll be able to earn $500 from a single shoot. When you're creating this deal, you should make it easy for people to spend more money as well. So for example, if you're doing a $50 headshot shoot and they get 3 photos, well, oftentimes they're gonna want more than 3 photos. So you can sell them extra photos for $10 each, $15 each, $25 each, whatever that might be. And if they wanna buy like 10 extra photos, you can reduce the price for each photo and you can just basically keep getting them to spend more depending on how many photos they want. So a $50 shoot turns into a $100 shoot, and then instead of $500 profit for the weekend, you make $1,000 for the weekend, right? So people think they're gonna spend $50, and they can, but once they buy more photos, they're gonna spend a lot more money. Now, in this Facebook marketing post that you're gonna share, you really wanna have some super good photos within that. So really put good photos from your portfolio in there, because that is what's gonna draw attention. If it's just a text post, people aren't really gonna react with it. If you have some good images in there, a lot of friends that you might have on Facebook that didn't really know that you're a professional photographer, they might say, oh wow, those are awesome. Like, yeah, let's do it, let's go. It's only 50 bucks, let's do it. This weekend, I'm free. Nobody's doing anything right now. It's a really weird time in the world. So it's a really good time to do something like this. If you're planning to shoot for like restaurants or cafes, this isn't really gonna work. So if you're doing that, I recommend sending out a bunch of emails to basically all the different restaurants or cafes within your area. You guys can go to Yelp and you can actually just find all of the companies within your area and just shoot them all on email. Don't include the pricing info in the very first email, but if they reply and they get back to you, then you guys can start talking about pricing and kind of ask them what their budget is and go from there. Okay, so once you create this post or you send those emails and you start having people coming in, now it's time to really get down to business and shoot. And the most important thing for planning for these shoots is to just know the location that you're shooting in. When I was hustling as a portrait photographer in Thailand, I was going every weekend to a new cafe, to a new spot, searching, trying to find good lighting, trying to find good settings for me to shoot in. I would take a bunch of test photos. I would just try to get as many good photos as I could. So when I had a customer come with me and we were shooting in that area, I knew all the angles, I knew all the light, I knew where to position them. I just knew what to do. And that created a stress-free environment because I knew I was gonna get good photos no matter what. So plan, go to the location if you can, test it out, get to know it. And like I said, it really helps if you can do all the shoots in one location. So if you're doing a shoot from 8 to 5 professional portraits at your local coffee shop during that period of time, then you don't have to do anything. You can just take the same photos with every single person, and that's gonna make it really easy for you. The other thing is you're gonna wanna have some type of a contract. This doesn't need to be crazy. This can literally be a piece of paper saying, this is what we're doing, this is how many photos you get. You're not getting any raw photos, you're only getting 3 edited photos. You can purchase more photos for X amount of money. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, like we're not doing big jobs yet, so you don't need to hire a lawyer for this. Just have some kind of a written agreement that's gonna put everything out on paper, and then make sure you guys both sign it before you shoot. And that leads me on to point number 5. After you guys shoot and send the photos, really make sure that this person shares those photos on their social media with their family and friends, and ask them for a social testimonial. This is gonna be the #1 thing that's gonna get you more clients in the future, and that is when people that work with you leave a testimonial saying that they liked working with you. That is gonna lead to so many clients, not only possibly within that same weekend, but it's gonna lead to more clients in the future, even if that is 5 years down the road. Once you start building up a reputation within your community, you're gonna become the go-to photographer. You're gonna become the go-to photographer for professional headshots. You're gonna become the go-to photographer for graduation photos, whatever. People are gonna know you for that, and then you can start charging more and more money, and that is how you develop a career as a photographer. So this last point seems kind of insignificant, but it's actually the most important for making sure that your photography business is growing, asking people to get the word out about your photography services. But that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for being here and watching. If you have any other tips for getting clients, maybe you've had success doing something, leave a comment down below letting us know what you did to score some clients and how you started making money as a photographer. Once again, if you guys are new here, please consider subscribing. New videos every single Friday, teaching you how to become a better photographer, as well as how to develop a photography business. So we're talking about all that stuff. There's a lot to talk about, a lot of good stuff, a lot of good value here. So please consider subscribing. Thank you guys so much. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next Friday.